Garvin joins Matt Harmon for a special edition of the podcast, breaking down everything that went down during today's NFL trade deadline. The energy is high, and the fantasy implications are massive. Let's get into the chaos and talk about what these moves mean for your fantasy teams heading into Week 10. Arizona makes waves by naming Jacoby Brissett their starting quarterback. It's a move that instantly changes the dynamic of that offense. Brissett brings veteran poise and decision-making, and while he's not going to set fantasy leaderboards on fire, he stabilizes the passing game. Expect a bump in production for the Cardinals receivers, particularly Hollywood Brown and Trey McBride, who've struggled with consistency this season. It may not be flashy, but this is the kind of quiet change that keeps your fantasy team steady. Meanwhile, Jacoby Meyers is heading to Jacksonville. This trade is intriguing. The Jaguars have been searching for another reliable route runner to pair with Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk. Meyers' arrival gives Trevor Lawrence a short to intermediate option he can trust, especially on third downs. His crisp routes and dependable hands could make him an instant favorite in PPR leagues. For Raiders fans, though, this one stings. Jimmy Garoppolo just lost his safety valve. Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks might be the sneakiest move of the day. Seattle loves speed, and Shaheed brings exactly that. With defenses already stretched by DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, Shaheed could thrive as the deep threat who flips the field on a single play. Expect a few boom weeks ahead. He's the kind of player who can win you a matchup out of nowhere. Then came the shocker, the Jets moving on from Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. A defensive shakeup like this changes everything. The Jets' defense has been their identity, and now, that's gone. Expect opposing offenses to feast, and for fantasy managers, that means more shootouts and more opportunities for Jets offensive players to rack up garbage time points. Now to the data dump. Ray points out a major concern for the Chargers, their offensive line. With Joe Alt sidelined, Justin Herbert's protection has been shaky, and it's showing up in the fantasy scores. Fewer clean pockets mean fewer big plays, especially for Keenan Allen managers hoping for consistency. Matt highlights the Packers' offense struggling without Tucker Kraft. His absence has limited their versatility, forcing Jordan Love to rely on quick throws and short routes. It's a downgrade across the board for Green Bay's pass catchers. Ray drops another gem. Jaxson Dart is a truck, not a trailer. The guy powers his offense forward, dragging defenders and defenses with him. He's not relying on the system relies on him. Matt's eyes are on the Eagles' offensive adjustments before their bye week. Expect more pre-snap motion, quicker reads for Jalen Hurts, and a focus on balance between the run and pass game. Ray's final stat focuses on Xavier Worthy's concerning dip in usage since Rashee Rice's return. The Chiefs' target tree is tightening, and Worthy's volatility makes him a risky start moving forward. Matt wraps it up with the Buccaneers' offense. After the bye, expect a refreshed scheme centered around Baker Mayfield's strengths, more play action, more tempo, and a renewed emphasis on Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. That's the trade deadline reaction and your fantasy compass heading into Week 10, fast, furious, and full of data that matters.